In this video, we're going to do a simple lid surface and show you how to do that and how to create your lid surface inside of Fusion. So I'm going to save this. And I'm going to call it 2023 Container Design Step 5, creating the lid design. All right, I'm going to drag step 1 into it, so we have the same thing again here, and click OK. Okay, so in order to create the maybe lid effect that I might want, I'm going to hide the base and I'm going to hide the clamp, so I'm just left with my top or my lid in this case. All right, and then I'm going to try to create this loft or this feature by using loft in this certain way. So I'm going to have the whole container active. That is fine, and I'm going to create a sketch on the top of that base. I'm going to project the geometry of the outside so I can use it, so the whole entire outside, and click OK, finish that sketch so I can use that outside feature. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to offset a plane. This is pretty key. From the top upward, the distance that I need. And so we're going to say that what I want extra on the top, I should have enough room, but what I want extra on the top is 0.15. And so we're going to click OK. And then I'm going to make a sketch right on that plane. And so we'll create another sketch here. And since the origin is perfectly in the center in this case, which is great, I'm going to create a rectangle, and we're going to make that a center point rectangle from the center. And on this one, I'm going to make it 3 by 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and click enter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fillet the edges a little bit here of this. 0.5 might be too much, so I'm going to drop that down to a 0.25. And so it's kind of a nice, cool little radius here. And then I'm going to click OK and finish this sketch as well. So we can see that there's 2 sketches. One is a little bit offset more than the other, and that offset was what I had left in my cutoff of the 2 parts. So let's give it a try here. We're going to try to loft this now. So in order to do that, the first profile I want to select is this one. It's the bottom one. And I'm going to hit the plus sign to add the second profile, which is the rectangle there. And we are going to notice that the top is active already, and we're going to join this to make it part of the top, not a different body. And click OK. You'll see that it kind of makes a little lid design. The last thing I'm going to do, because I'm going to combine these, is I'm going to make an inlay on this. So I'm going to go ahead and make another sketch here, and I am going to offset this one. I'm going to offset it so it's in there just a little bit. Let's say negative 0.1. Oops. Negative 0.1 there. Now I want to make sure that that arc though is still less than what I need to have it be. So actually I'm going to do 1.125. I believe that should still work for what we have. Well, let's double check here. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to go ahead and inspect that arc. Oops. Well, I'm back in that sketch mode again. Apologize right here. We'll be back in our sketch mode, and then we can dimension that arc and make it easier here. Under constraint here, I'm going to hit the X here so I can see a little bit more. and I have my dimension right there. All right, I'm not able to do that right now, apparently. Let's do this. Here, I got another idea for how to do that. There's always more than one way. I'm going to extrude this downward, and how far I'm going to cut this body out. And how far I'm going to go is the exact distance of my inlay for my whatever it is. So I'm going to use a dial caliper to figure that out, and I'm going to come up with a I'm going to say 0.1. That might not be the right answer. We'd want to figure out the exact distance there so it's nice and flush on the top, and then click OK. And there is my design. So we'll be able to try to manufacture that in a little bit. So I have this kind of a neat surface out here, and I also have a little inset, and we can see that I have still plenty of room from there to the inside of my piece, which is there. So there's a lot of room in the inside there, and so that's what we're going to try to go ahead and manufacture out in our next video.